Hey, cheers everybody. Welcome to the second Saturday night special. And then this one, man, I got some stuff to talk about. First off, let's look at some cool rocks. First off, I got a whole... Oh wow, I just dropped one. Well, I got a whole pile of agates over there. I got another pile of agates there from Graveyard Point, which was a really fun trip. So I got that to go through. Let's look at some stuff that I haven't shown. First off, this. Now that's an agate. That's a pretty big agate, actually. The biggest agate I have ever came across, which is pretty big. Pretty big. I'll probably throw in some nice quality photos of this guy here. I gotta clean it up, but it's a beaut for sure. I also got this one. This is another one that needs to get cleaned up. But talk about big agates, right? And finally, this piece of jasper agate, jasp agate, whatever you want to call it. Three very cool rocks that I got down in the Oahe Desert, and very stoked about having these. So let's throw them on the scale. Look at what we got. Yeah, it's zeroed out. So the big agate. We have 2 pounds 11 ounces for this. This guy here, I got 2 pounds 5 ounces, and then it doesn't really matter what this is, but the little jasper with the banding and the agate and the band of common opal will, doesn't really matter for that. But those are some fun finds. A couple other things. Here is the Estwing rock hammer that you've seen me use many times over and over. Well, me and Sarah, we've been sharing one rock hammer, so I picked her up her own rock hammer, and wow, you can really see the difference. We've really put some love into the one in the background. But anyways, yeah, some new rock happenings around here. But let's kind of get into it. Man, like most of you, I'm in a number of rockhounding Facebook groups, and a good portion of them, they are, well, to put it politely, they fall into the category of being a dumpster fire. There is so much bad advice on there that I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. But let's start with some rock identification tips, loosely call it that I see online on those groups. People will talk about the temperature of the rock. Do you pick it up and is it cold? Like that. What I get what they're getting at is they feel like jade, nephrite will inherently be colder than other stones. So maybe that's how you could identify it. But in all honesty, if you take a piece of quartz, jasper, agate, whatever, and you set it in the sun, it's going to get hot, and you put it in a cold creek, it's going to get cold. It's bad advice to identify rocks based on temperature. It's also bad advice to tell people to lick rocks. Stop licking rocks. I can't believe it's 2020 and I have to tell you, some people out there, to stop putting their tongues on random rocks and stop suggesting that people do that. Now, that said, if you know for a fact what you have there is an agate, and you want to put your tongue on that for some reason, I guess. I mean, I prefer a water bottle, but to each their own. It's kind of whatever. You stick your tongue where you want to stick your tongue, but maybe don't suggest others do that. Some of the other stuff that I've been seeing a lot lately is in reference to kind of owning a spot, like it's their spot, even though they have no claim on it. It was their years, decades before them, but in the rockhounding community. But they feel like they have a sense of ownership over it, and that really reminds me of, if you've ever had like a neighborhood Facebook group or been on anything like that. What's the other one? There's another app out there for your neighborhoods and cities and stuff. People get angry over people parking on the public street in front of their house. It's this sense of ownership over something that you don't own, this sense of entitlement that runs deep. You know, this gatekeeping, this owning of spots, don't share your spots, on and on and on. They talk about some of the reasons behind this is garbage. People coming out and trashing their spots. Well, I seriously doubt any rockhound, anybody watching this video, would ever be like, you know what, I'm going to go check out this new spot, and oh yeah, that giant broken television and that old mattress, I'm just going to bring them out there and I'm going to dump them while I'm out there rockhounding. That's a good idea, I'm going to do that. Said no one never. You know, it's they feel like there's a crossover, which there isn't. Rockhounding is not popular, and the people that are into it generally want to preserve it and share it with the future. They don't want to go out and, dump their bags of trash. So giving away spots has nothing to do with that. And it's perfectly fine. There's spots like Red Top, and, people have been going out there for 60, 70 years. And there's still material. There's plenty of rocks for everybody. I can have a rock, and you can have a rock, and it's all good, Just because I have something doesn't take away from you and your ability to get that thing. So anyway, end of rant. Let's do a little bit of raving. So I've been working a lot, and I've been trying to catch up on some YouTubers. Mostly, I've been watching a lot of Katydid's videos. She's been putting out videos like crazy out there on the Yellowstone River. Out there on the Yellowstone. I've also been checking out the Gravel Bar Hopper. I'm going to put links down to those guys down below. Gravel Bar Hopper, man, that guy, he finds some serious agates. I don't even know what he does with them all. I mean, I hope the guy never has to move, because I feel like if he does, it's going to be a heavy endeavor lugging around his heaping pile of awesome agates. But yeah, I think that about sums up everything I wanted to say in this video. I guess that's not entirely true. Let's scoot some stuff out of the way here. I have here a couple of piles of agate and jasper. I want to put together a rock tumbling video. So I've been tumbling rocks for 3 years or so, but I've never made a video about it, showing my process. I'm hoping that in doing so, I can maybe learn some stuff from people that watch it, that are kind of expert tumblers, know more than I do, and maybe if you don't know much about the process, you can learn something from my process. However, these are kind of long videos, kind of boring videos, but it's still interesting for those that want to get into tumbling. So my question for you is, what would you like to see? Would you like to see me do some agate or some jasper? If you leave a comment down below, that would be great. One down there, and give me 10 weeks and I'll have a rock tumbling video up. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a lovely Saturday evening and that you enjoyed this Saturday night special. Subscribe, hit that button, and I appreciate you. Thanks for the views. Have a good week.